Tinubu'S minister, Beta Edu, denies involvement in 3 billion Naira corruption scandal. Oh boy. Okay, so let's get into the details and see what is happening in that NSIPA 300 billion or 3 billion Naira scandal and see what she has to say to defend herself. Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Dr. Beta Edu, had denied alleged involvement in 3 billion Naira corruption scandal rocking the National Social Investment Program Agency, NSIPA. Recall that the National Coordinator and Chief Executive Officer of the agency, Hajia Halima Shehu, was suspended on Tuesday by President Bola Tinubu following the allegation. Now, she was subsequently invited and quizzed for several hours by the operatives of the EFCC following the development. Shehu, who has since been released from the custody of the anti-graft agency, was alleged to have, during interrogation, implicated the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Dr. Beta Edu, in the allegation. However, Edu, in a statement titled "Ray Beta Edu linked to 3 billion Naira NSIPA fraud scandal, baseless accusations aimed at diverting anti-graft agency's focus," and signed by her spokesperson Rashid Olarewaju Zuba, vehemently denied any involvement in the alleged corruption, labeling it as false and unfounded. So according to the minister, the accusations were orchestrated by fifth columnist with the sole intent of tarnishing her well-earned reputation and integrity amid the ongoing investigation of the NSIPA scandal by the EFCC. Edu emphasized that during her 4 months in office as the minister, she had neither sought nor authorized the withdrawal of 3 billion Naira from the NSIPA funds. She categorically stated her non-involvement in the current challenges faced by the NSIPA leadership, emphasizing that her name should not be dragged into the ongoing suspension and investigations as sanctioned by the president. The statement said the Honorable Minister for Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Dr. Beta Edu, is fully aware of the baseless allegations suspected to be instigated by certain individuals with ulterior motives aimed at implicating her in the ongoing investigation into the NSIPA scandal by the anti-graft agency. The allegations against the minister were spurious and suspected to have been sponsored by some fifth columnists aimed at dragging her name into the ongoing investigation of the NSIPA scandal by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. Ordinarily, there is no substance in the said publication currently in some online media and does not deserve a response, but there is a need to set the record straight for Nigerians and followers of the current development in NSIPA under the Ministry of the Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation to be properly informed, the statement reads in part. According to the statement, at no time did Edu request any funds, let alone 3 billion Naira since her assumption as minister from NSIPA. So it added that the verification of the National Social Register, NSR, which was quoted online, was approved by President Bola Tinubu and the Federal Executive Council, FEC, in line with the renewed hope mandate to expand the National Social Register as well as imbue it with integrity. So the statement further read, the conclusion of the well-published verification exercise led to the expansion of the National Social Register and commencement of payment subsequently and directly from the Central Bank of Nigeria to various beneficiaries. For the records, all the programs embarked upon by the ministry under the current minister, Dr. Beta Edu, thus far, including government enterprise and empowerment programs, grants and vulnerable groups and others, secured the approval of Mr. President. Again, let it be known that there was no time the ministry, not Beta Edu, withdrew any fund from the NSIPA account, let alone 3 billion without due diligence and painstaking approval from the appropriate authorities. Hey, now wow. So NSIPA is actually under investigation, and now Beta Edu, who is the head of the ministry under which the NSIPA is existing, has now been dragged and mentioned, and now she is trying to clean herself of the scandal, saying she has never at any point in time as a person, authorized withdrawal of up to 3 billion naira or any amount from the account of NSIPA, let alone transferring it elsewhere. Haha. Wow. So she said that the news is in the media, but actually do not deserve response. But for the purpose of keeping the records straight, that is why she's responding to the issue now. So she's trying to prove that whatever she's doing is duly approved by Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that there's actually nothing she has done that did not require or did not obtain the actual approval of the president. Better Edu. Are you sure she will? But well, all of them are in power now, so they know how they are doing their thing. Only God knows where we are going with that investigation. Even the person that was involved, that was invited for that, for quizzing by EFCC, has been released already. Okay, has been released already. So the Halima Shehu, Hajia Halima Shehu, that was suspended, has now been freed by the EFCC. And she was the person that actually mentioned Beta Edu. But Beta Edu has also come now to clean off her name. So at the end of the day, we're going to see that this case is going to end. All the investigation that will be done by this EFCC under this Tinubu is going to be, how do I put a wild good chase? It's never going to materialize to anything. Since they remove CBN governor and they remove the former chairman of EFCC, Tinubu has put his own people in those places. The new CBN governor, the new EFCC chairman, the new CJ, all the CJN himself, the Attorney General Federation, all the heads of key parastatals, he has put his own people there. And I tell you, all this one are just going to be exercise in futility. No result will come out. We are pretty sure of that. No need to doubt it. So even again, this NSIPA now that is being investigated, the story is going to end. Halima is a northerner and nothing is going to happen to her. Beta Edu is a personal person to Tinubu himself, and so nothing is also going to touch her. So at the end of the day, who is EFCC going to charge? Nothing. So that means that case is obviously going to die a natural death. Niger. Now, wow, God will help us in this country. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comments.